My name's Andrew Anderson. I'm the president and owner of CoolPC Inc. We're a manufacturer and distributor of industrial, electrical, and electronic components. We have 4 divisions under our company: Cooler Guys, Plastics for Lighting, Electrical Power and Controls, and Control Switches International. We have 3 facilities between Washington State and California, and have been using Odoo for about 2.5 years now. The main challenges that we faced before we moved over to Odoo was dealing with the different sales channels that we work with and automating the import process and export process of both our orders, our purchases, our inventory management. It was a lot to coordinate. We have about 10 or 20,000 different SKUs that we work with actively, and we needed a system that was able to integrate everything and bring things together in a way that we could rely on, that was accurate, and that was more or less real time. When we were deciding on what ERP was the right step for us as we moved out from QuickBooks Enterprise Desktop, we looked at a few different options. The first thing we looked at was Microsoft Dynamics, which was a little bit too intimidating for us. It's, as many know, very legacy software that can do a lot, but costs a lot to implement, and it's very bulky and cumbersome if you need to do any customization. On the other end of the spectrum, we looked at a startup ERP that was built for small e-commerce sellers, but we unfortunately were a little bit beyond what they were targeting. So we landed with Odoo, something that you can customize to exactly what you need. If you can think it, you can build it, which was very attractive to us. And we found the company who built the most famous connector for the Amazon Marketplace and Shopify Marketplace coming into Odoo. That was EmiPro, and we started talking, and the rest is history. EmiPro has been great to work with for the past 3 or so years. Whenever there's an urgent issue, they're always quick to step up. We've had quite a few calls at 3 a.m. India Standard Time, which is normal working hours here in the US. And the time zone difference is sometimes hard to overcome, but EmiPro really goes above and beyond to maintain communication, especially when there's something urgent that arises. I think I underestimated the implementation process for any ERP. There's a lot of facets when you're both a manufacturer, distributor. You have tens of thousands of different SKUs, 4 levels of child manufacturing orders that might need to be done, and a lot of pieces that go into that. This was hopefully my first and last time implementing a new ERP. We're very happy with Odoo now that we're 3 years into it. There's always kinks here and there that you need to iron out, but we've gotten to a really good point. So before we moved over to Odoo, our inventory wasn't accurate. Now it is. That's the biggest difference. There are some processes and workflows that require a little bit more complexity, and I think anyone who's looking into Odoo should go in realizing that probably will be the case. But at least things are now accurate. We can rely on them, assuming that everyone does entries correctly. It really allowed us to scale to the next level. Since we moved over to Odoo, our business has probably doubled or tripled. And we went from having just 2 brands that we were running to 4 brands. And we now have 3 facilities between 2 states as opposed to 2 facilities just in 1 state. That would not have been possible without moving over to Odoo. I see EmiPro as a long-term partner. I had the pleasure of visiting them in Rajkot this past February. They showed me an unforgettable time. We went on a adventure that I'll never forget, and I absolutely fell in love with Indian cuisine, specifically North Indian cuisine while I was there. So I'm excited for this relationship to continue to bloom. Between their technical capacity, their service, and their hospitality on my visit, I don't think you could ask for more in a partner. In terms of Odoo, I've spoken to quite a few Odoo clients and users over the past 3 years. And I've seen a few companies scale well into the 9 figures. So the sky's the limit, and I'm excited to hopefully get there and beyond. The nice thing with Odoo is if you can think it, you can build it.